Colin Kneva giving it the beans. He's off so short. Brian Steck on the line now. Full throttle, tail nice and high. Oh, yeah. Man. You understand why we call it adventure class.
Competitors in adventure. Luke Spohr now diving even more aggressively. Look for the yank. He pulls. It's long for Luke Spohr. And by long, I mean about 71 feet.
So we've got takeoffs that could almost be happening on the back of a Tomcat. Here's Brian Shirley off short.
Right about 58 again. Out some power. Those special wings with the extra long flaps. Getting behind the power curve here. Save it. Okay. No, Colin.
Well, he's probably going to watch the broadcast and say after I said that's probably my fault that happened. But scratch for Colin Kneva. Not a great first showing.
Bit of a different approach here. Higher. Looking to move more of the energy to the gear. Listen for the motor. All the way that he can. Reverse prop. Nice. And stopped.
You know, I think where he got that.
Brian Shirley, the one to beat now. 57-foot takeoff. Brian really getting it slow. If he can get it across the line, it's good. Tail high in the air. Woo. That was a tremendous performance.
Not going to happen this time for Colin, but the gold with the disco helmet would be nice.
That would be the look.
Let's get back to some MOAC action, some Legend Cub action. Here's Brian Steck just off. Was that 50 feet? What did you see with your eagle eyes?
With my eagle eyes, they're marking it about 61 feet. I think it was earlier, but again, parallax is a bear. So, I mean, these numbers, he's staying consistent, if nothing else. They're saying 64 feet.
Luke Spohr now on the roll, taking a bite. That a boy.
Still a bit longer than he'd like to see. That's a 74-foot takeoff the first time. We'll see.
Up to 11.
Our current leader with 135 total, Brian Shirley taking a bite. Incredible angles of attack. Look as Brian starts to lift the nose. Ooh, he doesn't make it across the line. And that would have been the landing that he could have taken on Brian Shirley. What a performance. He had a 64-foot takeoff.
I have no idea. Here's Luke Spohr.
Beautiful work getting it across the line.
Sliding to a stop.
Luke had a 78-foot takeoff. A sub-100 landing. We've never seen Brian perform like this. Look at him carry it across the line. Get all the energy you can into the gear. And he stops
nice.
right about 65 feet. With a 57-foot takeoff. Let's see what Brian Steck can do. Ooh, it's an early pull.
No, he's great. Luke's great. I'm sorry. Here he goes. Luke, tail up nice and high, nice and proud, and he's off short. Can he improve? Make a little more room.
Oh, he's away so early. Brian Steck now, beautiful approach.
There we go, Brian, and the reverse.
And we have a I don't know call from Lexi. Nose up, let the slats do their work. Across the line, and stopped. Looks like about 85 feet. Off, getting the wing, keeping the wings level, get the nose high. Ooh, it looks like a scratch for Brian Shirley.
If you're here, we'd love you to go vote in the merch tent. The internet is failing us, and we apologize. Go vote in the merch tent. Here's Levi now off the ground in that Super Cub.
It's even more so. I'm really excited to see Keith's performance. Taking a big bite, rotating beautifully on time there. That looked to be sub 75, probably about 73 feet.
Here goes David Warren now.
Taking a big bite and pulling a little early. Allowed him to stick to the ground a little more than he wanted to, I'm certain.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It works. Here he goes.
Great acceleration off the line. Again, a little bit of an early pull, but that's a good sound in airplane. Nice and slow, starting to lift the nose. Make it nice and clean across the line. Gave up about 40 feet, but has a score on the board. slow. Starts working his way into that high alpha. All the energy he can into the gear. It's good. And he stops so short. Looks place. David Warren.
A little bit of power there for David Warren, but it wasn't enough. That's a scratch.
Good control inputs, keeping it straight.
Get right. Let's just watch the flying. There we go. Nice and smooth onto the ground.
Smooth as can be on those giant floaty 35s.
And let's look at where we hope that you enjoy the show. Here's Levi now in that Super Cub. He told me yesterday, as he gets off the ground there, that he used that Super Cub mostly for instruction, for flight instruction, and then very generously offered to teach me how to fly some Super Cub style in it. So
It sounds like you're coming to Killeen.
I got to go down there to Killeen and make it happen. It would be an honor to learn from him. Keith Lang on the line now.
Keith holding that second place right now. Building lots of energy, diving toward the ground and pulling away. Sub 75. David Warren pushing the airplane forward, allowing it to rotate, and pulls very early, sticking to the ground up to about 178 feet. Keep rolling. That's what you get. Comes off the ground beautifully. Yes.
Little burst of power. He's good over the line, but now he's got to dissipate that energy. Masterful on the brakes.
Super clean, just over 150-foot landing.
Little burst of power to hold him off.
Touchdown about the 40-foot mark and sliding to a stop. And he's back. Fantastic. Jeff McMahon now getting it nice and slow and dropping her in. It's clean. Come to a stop, come to a stop, come to a stop.
Really got to get it stopped. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
On the roll, Levi Nogas looking to improve his score, but I have to say he is in the running for the most consistent. His first run 332, his second run 335, just 3 feet separating them. That airplane the same way every time. Keith Lang on the roll. Oh, it's good. David Warren now. A 97-foot takeoff and a 180-foot takeoff. We'll see how he times it this time. Early pull once again. Just sticking to the ground there. Out to about 165, 168 feet.
So he's got a fair amount of ground to cover if he's going to try to catch up to Luke Spohr in fourth place.
That's the way to do it, though. Nice, clean takeoff.
Flavors.
You can indeed. And Kaizek coolers are one of the only coolers that are actually engineered from the ground up. He said to me that he had ice in his that lasted 14 days on the water.
Takeoff. This could be the one that unseats Brian Shirley.
It's good.
Good. Heavy on the brakes. Let's go, Keith.
Ooh,
Woo!
It's very good. You hear the stall horn going from here. It's good. Heavy under braking.
Woo! Little sporty there, but we got it sorted out.